You're watching TimesXP. I am Greta, and let me tell you, it is Greta Thunberg versus Donald Trump, and that too, round two. Well, the two have clashed before, but this time their war of words has reignited over something much bigger than climate. The Israel-Gaza flotilla crisis. Well, after Israeli forces cracked down on the Gaza aid flotilla heading towards the blockaded enclave, Greta Thunberg took to social media, fiery as ever, accusing world leaders, specifically the United States, of standing by a civilian suffering. She said that it's not just about climate anymore, but about humanity and justice. Greta's message, it was blunt. Let me quote what she wrote. "You can't call yourself a global leader while watching people starve." But you know what? Donald Trump, he wasn't having it. Within hours, the US president fired back, mocking Greta in his own signature style. He called her troublemaker, claimed that she is no longer into saving the planet, and said that she should see a doctor. Trump even suggested that Greta's anger was out of control, turning what began as humanitarian discussion into a personal showdown. Now, here's the context. This isn't the very first time when Trump has taken a jab at Greta, right? Do you remember in 2019 also, when Greta gave that iconic "How dare you" speech at the United Nations? Trump responded sarcastically on Twitter, saying that she seems like a very happy young girl. Since then, the two have traded verbal blows, Greta mocking Trump mocking Greta and her activism as well. But this latest exchange, well, it feels different. Greta's comments come amid the global outrage over Israel's blockade of Gaza, which has left thousands without food and medicines. Activists around the globe are demanding humanitarian aid routes to open, and Greta, who has been arrested before during environmental protests, have become one of the loudest voices in that moment. On the other hand, we have Trump. Trump has been trying to project strength on foreign policy while defending Israel's actions. His supporters see Greta's activism as political interference, while her followers view Trump's remarks as an attempt to silence a young woman speaking truth to the power. International media is split right now. Some say that Greta has overstepped her area of expertise, while others argue that her voice adds more pressure at a time when global leaders are looking the other way. You know what's interesting though is that Greta's words are resonating far beyond the climate circles here. She is becoming a kind of symbol for youth-driven activism where environmental justice and human rights are seen as connected. The same fight on different front. As for Trump, well, his remarks show that he is not ready to let Greta have the last word. In the typical Trump fashion, he turned the spotlight right back on himself, turning a global debate into a headline-grabbing personality clash. So, here we are again, Trump versus Greta, a battle that started over the planet and now stretches into politics, war, and morality. But one thing is certain here, when Greta speaks, the world listens. And when Trump responds, the internet, well, it explodes. Because in today's world, even a fight about Gaza can turn into a global showdown between a teenager activist and a United States president.